Welcome to Beyond the Brackets. Let's continue our discussion on the normal distribution. We'll solve a few more problems related to normal distribution. The first question reads, find the mean and standard deviation of a normal distribution in which 7% of items are under 35 and 89% are under 63. Note that in the normal curve, at the extreme left, 0% of the items are present. At the center, 50% of the items are present, and at the extreme right, 100% of the items are present. Here it is given that 7% of the items are below 35. This means that the area to the left of 35 is 0.07. We know that the mean divides the entire area into two equal halves. That means the area to the left of the mean is 0.5. Since the given area is 0.07, the remaining area between this point and the mean will be 0.43. It is also given that 89% of the items are under 63. Since 89% is greater than 50%, so 63 lies to the right of the mean. Now the area to the left of 63 is 0.89 and area to the left of mean is 0.5. So the area between the mean and 63 is 0.39, which implies the remaining area will be 0.11. Here we have the area between z is equal to 0 and z1 as 0.43. From the table, for the area 0.43, the corresponding value of z is 1.48. Since it lies to the left of the mean, the required value will be negative. Therefore, z1 is equal to minus 1.48. Similarly, the area 0.39 lies between z is equal to 0 and z2. From the table, the area 0.39 corresponds approximately to z is equal to 1.23. Since it lies to the right side of the mean, the value of z2 is positive, so z2 is equal to 1.23. Corresponding to x1, we have z1 is equal to x1 minus mu by sigma. Substituting the values, we get minus 1.48 sigma plus mu is equal to 35. Similarly, corresponding to x2, we have z2 is equal to x2 minus mu by sigma. Substituting the values, we get 1.23 sigma plus mu is equal to 63. Solving both the equations, we get mu is equal to 50.3 and sigma is equal to 10.3. Let's move to the next question. In a normal distribution, 31% of the items are under 45 and 8% are over 64. Find the mean and variance of the distribution. It is given that 31% of the items are under 45. Since 31% is less than 50%, it lies to the left of the mean. This means that the area to the left of x1 is equal to 45 is 0.31. That means the remaining area will be 0.5 minus 0.31, which is 0.19. It is also given that 8% are over 64. So the remaining area will be 0.42. The area 0.19 lies between z is equal to 0 and z1. From the table, for the area 0.19, the corresponding value of z1 is 0.5. Since this area lies to the left of the mean, the value of z will be negative, so it will be z1 is equal to minus 0.5. The area 0.42 lies between z is equal to 0 and z2. From the table, for the area 0.42, the corresponding value of z2 is 1.4. Since it's on the right side, so z2 will be positive, so z2 is equal to plus 1.4. Corresponding to x1, we have z1 is equal to x1 minus mu by sigma. Substitute all the values to get minus 0.5 sigma plus mu is equal to 45. Corresponding to x2, we have z2 is equal to x2 minus mu by sigma. Substitute all the values to get 1.4 sigma plus mu is equal to 64. Solve both the equations to get the value of mu as 50 and sigma as 10. In this question, variance is asked, which will be sigma square. So variance will be 100. The next question says the marks obtained in mathematics by 1000 students is normally distributed with mean 78% and standard deviation 11%. In the first case, we need to find how many students got marks above 90%. Here the mean is 78%, which is 0.78, which corresponds to z is equal to 0. In the first case, we need to find how many students scored above 90%. Since 90% is greater than 78%, which is the mean value, it lies on the right side of the mean. Here x1 will be equal to 0.9. The required area is above x1, so it will be to the extreme right. Corresponding to x1, calculate z1 is equal to x1 minus mu by sigma. On substitution, we get z1 is equal to 1.09. From the table, the area at z1 will be from z is equal to 0 to z1. So the required area will be 0.5 minus area at z1. From the table, the area at z1 is equal to 1.09 is 0.3621. So the required value is 0.1379. Since there are 1000 students in total, multiply this probability with 1000 to get approximately 138 students scored above 90%. In the second case, we are asked to find the highest marks obtained by lowest 10% of the students. Lowest 10% lies to the left of the mean, which is taken as 0.1. Remaining part will be 0.5 minus 0.1, that is 0.4. The area from z is equal to 0 to z1 is 0.4. From the table, the area 0.4 corresponds to z is equal to 1.28. It is on the left side of the mean, so it will be a negative value. So z1 is equal to minus 1.28. Corresponding to x1, we have z1 is equal to x1 minus mu by sigma. Substituting the values, we get x1 is equal to 0.6392. Note that here x represents the marks of the students. So the cutoff marks for the lowest 10% is approximately 64%. In the third case, we need to find the limits within which the middle 90% of the students lie. Middle 90% is the central part of the distribution, leaving 5% on the left tail and 5% on the right tail. So the area in each tail is 0.05. The area from z is equal to 0 to z1 will be 0.5 minus 0.05, that is 0.45. Similarly, the area from z is equal to 0 to z2 will be 0.5 minus 0.05, that is 0.45. From the table, the area 0.45 corresponds to the z value 1.64. Since z1 is to the left of the mean, it will be negative. z2 is to the right of the mean, so it will be positive. Corresponding to x1, we have z1 is equal to x1 minus mu by sigma. Substituting all the values, we get x1 is equal to 0.599. Corresponding to x2, we have z2 is equal to x2 minus mu by sigma. Substituting all the values, we get x2 is equal to 0.961. Note that here x1 and x2 represents the lower and the upper limits of the marks within which the middle 90% of the students lie. So the middle 90% of the students lie between 60% to 96% approximately. Try to solve the fourth case, find the lowest mark obtained by top 10% of the students and share your answers.